Now, it's no secret that I'm a massive Remo drumheads fan, but if there's one thing their product line has been missing for a long time, it's a good answer to the Evans EMAD. That is until today. I went to the drum store and picked up one of these. This is the Remo Ambassador SMT, and by the looks of it, it could be an EMAD killer. I think we're all familiar with the Evans EMAD, probably one of the greatest single-purpose drum heads ever made. And we've all used it, they're fantastic, but Remo's offerings in that field have been a little lacking. I'm looking at you, Powersonic. Now this is the Remo Ambassador SMT. So we're gonna test it out, put it through its paces, and see where it stacks up. Over here on the kit now, we've got the Clear Power Stroke 3 on, tuned the way I usually do. I'm going to do a recording of this. We're going to listen to it with the processing on, processing off, use this as a bit of a benchmark, and then we'll swap over to the SMT. One last thing before we take off the Power Stroke 3, I'm going to move some of the pillows around a little bit so that they're not touching the head. This way we get like a slightly more fair comparison when we throw the SMT on with no muffling inside the drum. That way we can kind of see more what the Power Stroke 3 with its non-muffled state versus the SMT with its pre-muffled state, what the difference is there. And this is more out of interest than anything. I would almost always run a pillow or a blanket inside a bass drum with the Power Stroke 3 just to kind of tone down some of that ringing. Let's see what it sounds like. All right, now that we've done our benchmark test, let's swap the heads over. I'm going to get the SMT tuned up as close to the same note as the Power Stroke so that we can have a fair comparison, and we'll do some more recordings and see how they sound. All right, the head's on, about to do a test. The only thing I want to do first is put a slam patch on it so I don't just rip through this head with my wooden lowboy beaters. I've got an Evans EQ patch for this. Why do I have an Evans EQ patch on a Remo head? Because Remo's Phalum Slam patches are way too thick and they change the sound of the drum. These just like protect it. Remo, like just give me like a little sticker. I don't want this logo. I'm gonna have to like draw over it. There we go, that's better. All right, with our patch on, let's get back to testing. This will be no muffling on the inside. First impressions, drumhead sounds awesome. It makes the drum sound like big and growly and low and slappy, pretty much everything that you'd want from an EMAD style head. Yeah, I'm pretty impressed so far. I'm gonna throw a little bit of muffling, just touching the front head, just the resonant head, because it's got a little bit of extra length to it. I don't wanna mess too much with what the SMT is doing on the batter side right now. Let's see if that just sort of reins it in a little bit, makes it feel a little tighter. Otherwise, sounding pretty good straight out of the box. All right, I've just chucked a little like half pillow just resting on the reso head. Seems to have just tightened it up just a little bit. Feels nice in the room. Let's record a few and listen back. Right, let's have a jam with this thing, see what it can do. So yeah, I think this drum head was awesome. It kind of just does what you would expect it to do. It does that EMAD thing really easily. And if you're into that sound, highly recommend you check it out. One last thing to note about it though, there are 2 different weights. This is the Ambassador SMT that we're using today, which is the single ply version. There is also a double ply Emperor weight version. People seem to be a little bit confused about where that stacks up. If you look at the Evans lineup, the EMAD was the single ply version, the GMAD is the double ply version. So if you like the EMAD, you want to try the Remo equivalent, the Ambassador is the one for you. Just make sure you put like a slam patch on it. You don't want to be ripping through no single ply drum head. Not a vibe. But yeah, that's it. I think it was cool. I'm looking forward to using it some more. Now, if you enjoyed this video and you want to see more, I would really appreciate it if you'd take the time to check out my Patreon page. It's only $5 a month and I am trying my best to fill it with as much nerdy drum content as possible. So if that appeals to you, check it out. There are links. It goes a long way to supporting me and supporting my ability to make more videos like this. See you on the next one.